Let's talk more about the implications of last week's violent unrest on KZN's economy with Gladwin Malishe, who is the Deputy President at the Durban Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Gladwin, many thanks for your time this afternoon. Let's start with the threat that came to Durban's economy and livelihoods and businesses that we saw coming through last week. As the dust begins to settle, how bad is the situation and the cost of the repair that's going to be needed?
Good day, ma'am, and your viewers. It has been very tough. Many businesses now are meeting and assessing the damage on their properties, the stock that was stolen. Many of them are also discussing the issue with their employees, whether they still want to need them. So there are a lot of discussions amongst individual companies, but we have seen others resuming, like Toyota, as you've said. They actually resumed their operations. Others, we don't see them coming back unless there is assistance that is coming from government. As the Durban Chamber, we also started the task team, which we are looking at the insurance companies to look at and assessing where can they actually assist other companies who might not have insurance as to what exactly can they do. So we are busy. That's our mop-up operations that we are doing to try to assist as many business people to come back and start operating. The situation has been bad on the ground. Many companies have been affected and they won't be able to start any operations soon.
Right, you've mentioned that a lot of businesses won't be able to get back up unless there's some government assistance that is provided. I mean, this is a very tough call for government given that the fiscus is already under pressure. But if we're talking about assistance, what else could be offered to businesses in terms of helping them get back on their feet?
Well, I think mainly from the small businesses who are one-man show, they will need money to actually repaint their shops, bring back furnitures that they need, and be able to buy stock in order for them to resume. So those are mainly that don't have the insurances. So we think if the focus of government can make sure that the SMMEs are able to start and resume their operations, because those SMMEs, they benefit one or two people who are employed, and they're able to support bigger companies with their services. So it's important that we make sure that they are taken care of. Some of the medium size are able to look for insurance. Some will be taking loans. It's not fair, though, because they'll be paying back those loans. So it's important that government, if there's any form of assistance that could be given in terms of grants and so on, in order for these companies to start again. But mainly, we are saying that at this point in time, we need as much protection for those that were not touched. They must make sure those are operational because they bring confidence to some of the investors.
Right, and then just finally, speaking of investors and the bigger companies that are participating in that provincial economy, we've mentioned Toyota getting back into production mode, but what are you saying to other big businesses that have really boosted the provincial economy, businesses that are worried about their future in KZN and may look at not further investing in that particular economy? What kind of conversations are you having with them to alleviate any concerns or fears that they may have of this potentially happening again?
Well, what we are actually discussing with them is that it's important to be part of a group like a Durban Chamber of Commerce and Industry, where you have one voice as business, where you have people that can actually speak to the government, people who can speak to the different society in our communities. So it's important for them to belong in a structure like that, so that you have people who have an insight of what is happening on the ground. But more than that, we are sharing the positive things that we have in our province. Let me just tell you that this province has a serious potential. There are a lot of investment opportunities that are on the pipeline, and we are sharing with them to say, look at what is coming up. I think what we need as a Durban Chamber is to share more of those and also sit down with government and say it is important to show them they need to protect business, because business is employing a lot of people, and those are the people who are paying taxes. For them to have those bodyguards they have, for them to be able to offer or to render services that are needed in the communities. Without business, they're dead. So that's what we are sharing with government, and that's what we're sharing with the investors to say opportunities are still very big in KZN. We've got mineral resources, we've got a lot, we've got the ocean. There are a lot of things which are on the pipeline to recover from.
Gladwin Malishe, Deputy President at the Durban Chamber of Commerce and Industry, many thanks for your time this afternoon.